Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, and welcome to another video. And welcome to all the new subscribers. The channel has finally broke 9,000 subscribers, which is beyond my wildest dreams. I never envisaged it ever getting this high. But without you, this would be nothing. It appears that switching from sci-fi to politics and political speak was probably the best thing I ever did for the channel. Even though, of course, the level of abuse I actually get is less than I did when I did sci-fi. I'll do another little video on that, which we'll get there. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. So let's get into it. It's another Manchester attackers update. The jury are out making their deliberations. Recording this on the 29th. They started on the 28th. They spent the whole day thinking about it and didn't come up with a judgment, so they're doing it again today. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Obviously, as soon as I hear something, I will get it out for you. But I'm still trying to figure out why the jury haven't immediately come back. But then again, I suppose we have a clue in what the judge said. So let's just bring it up because, yeah. So the judge addresses the jury on the defendant's good character. Let's move yourself across there. Judge addresses the jury for defendant's good character. They know previous convictions. You didn't do that for Wayne O'Rourke. You didn't do that for Lucy Connolly. You didn't do that for the guy that shouted at the police dogs. You didn't do that for anyone. Anyone who was arrested during Southport, good character didn't come into it at all. But here, oh, well, you know, they've never been in trouble before. Lucy Connolly had never been in trouble before. Wayne O'Rourke had never been in trouble before. The hundreds of people in prison still right now for speech and thought crimes hadn't got records before. Their good character was not even remotely added into it, wasn't even referred. The judge never did this for them. So why is he doing it for these? Well, we all know why, but let's get into it. It says, although good character is not a defence of any of the charges faced by the defendants, it's relevant in two ways. Firstly, as the defendants has given evidence, their good character is a positive feature which is taken into account in their favour when considering whether you accept what they told you. You don't need to accept what they told you. You have video evidence proving it. Why are you this is the judge steering the jury. There's nothing else that could be said other than that. That's exactly what he's doing. Secondly, the fact that defendants are not offended in the past, either before or since July. Well, they weren't since July 23, 2024, you idiot, because they're on bail. Yeah, okay. Makes it less likely they acted as the prosecution alleged in this case. You saw the videos. I'm sorry, but this is the judge telling the jury to vote not guilty. I'm sure, I mean, I don't know whether the black belt barrister would get to watch this, but I'm sure he's not allowed to do that. It is for you to decide how much importance you attach to the defendant's good character. It's up to you to decide the extent to which it assesses the facts of the particular case. In making those decisions, you should take into account everything you've heard about them, including the unchallenged testimonies which were read on their behalf. Judge's legal directions have now concluded and the jury has left after a short break. Well, they're still waiting. How is the judge allowed to basically say this when it's never been brought up in anyone else's cases who are now languishing in jail? I think we know why. I think we're all under the illusion, well, under no illusion, why this has been done. It has been done purely to make sure they get either a not guilty or an extremely reduced sentence. And if they do, this is going to be a direct statement to the police. Look what they'll do. You are defending these people and you are being thrown under the bus. You are on the wrong side of history, and this should show you that they are allowing, if this turns out to be nothing more than 10 years in prison, they are going to be letting and giving carte blanche to any Muslim to attack police officers and get away with it. I've already done a case where they did. People got away with it. This is, I mean, I should be shocked, yet I'm not. These are the kind of judges that will put anyone who screams at a hotel in prison for 2.5 years, but then let a paedophile off with community service. This is what the justice system in this country is all about. This happens, they get away with this. This will be basically saying to the Muslims of this country, do as you please to whoever you want and nothing will happen to you. As I said, I'll be keeping an eye on it and see if they come up with anything at all. I'm actually doing it as we speak. I've got it up live to try and keep an eye on it and see if anything has occurred. At the moment, nothing has. We are still awaiting some sort of decision, but I am a little bit annoyed, and I'm sure the judge shouldn't be able to do and say what he just did. He was basically leading the jury, as far as I'm aware, because if you just look at the evidence, it's irrelevant what they say. You can see what they did. And if you give them a reduced sentence or you let them off, you're basically, as I've said before, just saying do what you want. Well, unless of course you're white, and then that doesn't count, does it? I mean, you will be sure if you give these two scumbags a reduced sentence or next to nothing, you will be perfectly demonstrating that there is two-tier justice in the system. That I'm afraid the police, you've been played, you're being used, and you're on the wrong side of history, and they will throw you under the bus. And there is anti-white racism rampant in this country. It's just, I mean, the last one I got when they read out the defence, I got really annoyed as if you watch the video. I'm not annoyed now. I mean, if anyone could share this to the black belt barrister, it'd be interesting to see what his view is. I mean, I'm not a legal expert in any way, shape or form, but I don't think that a judge should be saying those things to the jury, because it's kind of inferring that you let them off, basically, because they're good characters, yet everybody else doesn't get to use a good character thing as their defence. Didn't during the Southport stuff. Any case, enough of that. Ways to support the channel down below. I shall look forward to catching you in the next one.